And when I say slap, I mean with a sharp object. So I can separate her empty head from her body. Then I'll maybe mail it to her father, just as a preview. Heck, maybe I'll just beat her up with my fist.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you.
You did you?
For your safe return.
Yeah.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely...
Yeah, it was very
I
unnecessary.
barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
I promise nothing.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad.
Yep.
I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it. Perhaps it will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
So are the Grey Wardens.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake How is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to
I think you're doing a disservice to all serpent kind by calling How a snake.
You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostergard. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that How and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Anora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as How's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Erlina to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me. I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Anora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Anora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
What's your opinion?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Anora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain. Anora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Well, let's take the best of both worlds.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm gonna stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Theron blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight.
Then...
Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility. We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Well, I got work to do.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Okay, I dislike her, but if we really need to unite as much of the country as possible, then perhaps that marriage is for the best. Besides, if when Alistair is king, he can just have one on the side, if that's what he really wants. I mean, that's what king do, right?
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I realize that my actions at Howe's estate may not have painted me in the best light.
To put it lightly.
For that, I apologize and hope that we can start again. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
An alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
Exactly what I said before, more or less.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Cailan, my recently dead husband, if you will recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Cailan as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations.
Indeed.
A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
I could talk with him
Let
about
me
it.
say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king.
I actually think he will be happy with that. It's all the duties as a king that's really bothering him.
If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
I'll speak to him then.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare.
Yeah,
Did
she should be
anyone
careful
mention this
before she gets her eye
wasn't
put
my
out.
idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
I think you still don't want to be king?
I'm not a political man. I like being a warden. There's real evil out there, and it's something we can fight. It's something we can defeat. Making laws, settling disputes, that's not me. I wouldn't have the first idea how to do it.
Then I have an excellent
What do you think I should
proposition.
do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen? Marry her. As in marriage, as in be her husband. You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head?
Yes.
That's crazy. I suppose. I don't know how much of a leader I am, but at least I know she's a good ruler. Go ahead then. Tell her I'll do it if it comes to that. Excuse me while I go have a small heart attack somewhere. No big deal, right?
There. And you can just do whatever you want on the side. That's the king's right. But right now we really need everything we can to get this mess together, so we don't all get eaten by an archdemon. Hello.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
You're getting married.
He has? I wasn't expecting that.
No, you weren't.
To marry
Revenge is a dish best served with a smile. You're getting married.
It will truly help matters. Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now. Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain.
I always do.
Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this.
Yeah.
I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
No, not now.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
Yeah, this must be enough for now. This has been Eric Cobra, and this has been Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Blind. We have removed an important support from, well, two in fact, from Loghain, his daughter, and the despicable All. And now we have to check the alien so we can finally get in there. See you in a round. Signing off.